calling her an outstanding public servant who should not be forced to resign. John Brain reports.
More than a year after his death, the case of Baby P is receiving the attention it didn't receive while he was alive. And the question that won't go away: why did social services fail to prevent this tragedy? Ever since the trial of the boy's tormentors ended on Tuesday, Haringey has been a council under siege. But today, its Director of Children's Services, Sharon Schutz, received support from more than 60 local head teachers. In a letter to the media, they've demanded she's allowed to stay in her post. They write, "Should the Child P case result in her loss from the borough, then our children and young people will lose one of their most effective, determined and committed champions."
Safety of children is incredibly important. Haringey Council has supported us with a pilot project. We've got a social worker operating from our school at the moment. The funding now comes from Haringey to support us and our young people.
And on a Radio 4 phone-in, support from her daughter.
There's so much blame, there's so much anger and hatred out there. Finding one individual and hunting that individual down, going through private photographs and printing them and making one person out to be the scapegoat of this entire tragedy.
But the pressure is mounting, with a series of inquiries now scheduled into what went wrong. Ofsted, the Healthcare Commission and the Chief Inspector of Constabulary will examine the role of all the agencies involved in the case. The General Social Care Council will look at potential breaches of practice by social workers. And Lord Laming will examine whether recommendations he made after Victoria Clumbier's death have been put into practice across England. The aim of these reviews and all the current soul searching is of course to try and avoid a repeat of the tragedy here in Haringey. But given the heightened atmosphere, is there a danger that the wrong lessons could be learned?
The risk of the knee-jerk reaction now is that social workers will start exploring the possibilities of taking many more children into care. We'll then see the pendulum swing, and the public will then start clamouring for family rights to be respected and children to be kept in their homes.
But at the moment, the emotions aroused by the abuse that took place in this house are still raw, and calm reflection about the tragedy of Baby P still seems some way off. John Brain, BBC News, North London.
Thousands of people in Southern California are fleeing their homes as wildfires continue.